ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
You've clicked on the Weather Xtreme video from ABC 3340. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and I'm coming to you from Chicago, where I'm visiting my daughter up here. Let's take a look at a picture she took of me yesterday. How about working around Wrigley Field? Isn't that great? We had a great tourist day, going to have a few more. The weather up here is much colder. Down in central Alabama, it looks like temperatures are mild and will be for another day or so. But the sky is cloudy, and there's a look at our Hamilton Sky Cam. And how about Birmingham off the Compass Bank building, the annual building in downtown Birmingham? It looks a bit cloudy, and the same at Decatur. It looks a little ominous up there at Decatur. We had a few showers pass across the Tennessee River Valley this morning. The cold front you see came through Chicago last night, producing some interesting weather and some thunderstorms. No hail at my location, but we did have a few warnings in the area, and that front is now draped across the southeastern U.S. and is going to be the focus for weather over the next couple of days. At the upper atmosphere, 500 millibars overlaid on the water vapor imagery. It looks like you can see that front pretty clearly with the bowling ball kind of low over Wisconsin, Minnesota up there. And that means that it's very mild across the eastern part of the country, but it's rather chilly over the northern Rockies. Look at those temperatures freezing all the way down into northern New Mexico and Arizona, Colorado. So rather chilly pattern coming in here for late April for the eastern and central part of the country. QPF-wise, the forecast is looking good for some wet weather for the southeast and for central Alabama for the latter part of April here as we end April. Looking like a center of about 2.5. Always think they overdo it just a little bit. I think perhaps more like 1.5 to 2 is probably a little bit more likely to occur. Now, the Storm Prediction Center outlooking an area for slight risk over Texas primarily, and the possibility that we might see some isolated severe storms or marginally severe storms over central Alabama today. But the real threat comes as that front pushes into the area on Sunday. And you can see the good portion of Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, and the coastal area of Texas outlook for slight risk on day 2, which is Sunday and into Monday. So going to be an interesting kind of forecast for the Talladega races this weekend. Now, let's go ahead and get to the GFS, the 06Z GFS model run. And you can see that we have the front lying across the area for today, so that's going to mean isolated showers and thunderstorms. But tomorrow there's a real push, and we got a very strong vorticity center coming through the central U.S., and that's going to help to intensify that front and increase the lift, and also develop a bit of a surface low that's going to move across Alabama and the southeastern U.S., and with that, the possibility that we might see some isolated severe storms on Sunday, and especially Sunday afternoon into Sunday night. So timing, of course, very important for the races. I think the races in the afternoon will probably be okay, but we can't rule out the possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorms. The front moves on through on Monday, and you notice the 540 line comes all the way down into northern Tennessee. So a rather chilly weather system for the latter part of April. No threat of freezing weather, but it is certainly going to get much chillier. By Tuesday, we're beginning to come under the ridge between the two weather systems. Got a deep one over the eastern half of the country, the northeast part of the United States, and another one coming in on the northwest part of the country. But for us, large surface high pressure on Tuesday, so that should bring good weather for Tuesday and Wednesday. And it looks like probably into Thursday as well, as the next system coming in on the northwest coast of the U.S. begins to migrate across the Rockies. That producing the next weather system, but that should still be to our west on Thursday. So kind of a good week coming up after we get by our weather and our chilly start to the work week. By Friday, the front has approached enough that we may see some scattered showers as moisture increases. The 500 millibar pattern showing a pretty strong system over the northern Great Lakes, and that will drag a front down into the area and through the area on Saturday, the 3rd of May. That is out of here by Sunday, the 4th. So another half a weekend disturbed by weather. Now let's go out into Voodoo Land. Looks like a pretty good ridge over much of the first few days of May as we head into the 7th or so. And then by the latter part of the forecast period, the GFS is indicating a rather zonal flow. And with that, the possibility that a front might get down into the area and stall out. But as you know, that's voodoo and can't really take that to the bank. Well, thanks for tuning in. Certainly hope that you have a great Saturday, and God bless.